Good morning and welcome to this assembly of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Fayetteville. I am the Reverend Dr. Stephen Gaines, and it is my pleasure to welcome you. We are an eclectic, diverse group of people from a lot of different backgrounds. We have various worldviews and spiritualities and other identities, and we embrace all. You are welcome here, whoever you are, wherever you are in your life's journey. And if you are visiting in person and you have not already given us some of your information, then we invite you to fill out a card with your name and contact information so we can keep you informed about important events. And of course, you also can sign up on our website to receive our weekly e-newsletter, and you can unsubscribe anytime you want. And in a few minutes, we are going to have a time of joys and concerns. There are yellow cards in the seat backs. We invite you to fill out one of those. If you have a joy or a concern to share, you can mark whether you want it to be shared with everybody or if you want it to be confidential, shared just with leadership. And then at the joys and concerns time, you can bring those yellow cards up here or lift them up so somebody can get them. And whether you do a card or not, you are invited to come up here and drop a stone. You know, you might have a joy or a concern that you don't want to speak. You just have it in your heart and you want to come drop a stone. You can certainly do that. Well, I'm excited to be here with you this morning. I'm so glad that you are here. There are many ways that you could have spent this time, sleeping, fishing, whatever. I'm glad that you chose to come here. And now Everly has our chalice lighting.
There. Oh, look. Go. Love is the spirit of the church, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and truth, to love one another, thus to be covenant together. Thank you.
Good morning. So our first hymn today is Come, Come, Whoever You Are. We're going to be singing this as a round. It is hymn number 188 in the gray hymnal. I know sometimes it's difficult to see the screen if you happen to be anywhere but in the very front. So if you want to take a moment to find it in the hymnal so you can sing along, that's fine too. So we're going to split into two parts. I am going to be leading this section over here. RJ will be helping me lead this section over here. Everyone, would you please rise in body and spirit as you are willing and able? We're going to sing it through together once, and then we'll split into rounds, and I will try to wave. So those of you over there, you're going to be watching RJ for when you come in, and those over here, watch me. Okay, ready? Everybody together.
Wanderer,
Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. This morning I have a very serious story for all ages. It's a quest for understanding. Is an avocado a fruit or a vegetable? I present to you Avocado Asks by Momoko Abe. Avocado was feeling just fine in the fruit and vegetable aisle of the supermarket. Life was pretty simple, no doubts, no questions, no confusion. Until one day a small customer pointed and asked, "Mom, is an avocado a fruit or a vegetable?" I'm not sure, sweetie. When we get home, we'll look it up." Suddenly, Avocado's world turned upside down. Fruit, vegetable. Avocado did not know the answer either. So Avocado asked the vegetables, "Am I a vegetable?" The vegetables seemed muddled at first, but then the cabbages said, "You're not leafy like us, and you're not crunchy like us," the carrots cut in. "And vegetables don't have a big stone in the middle like you do," grumbled the potatoes. "So you're not a vegetable." "Okay, I must be a fruit then," thought Avocado. So Avocado asked the fruits, "Am I a fruit?" "You're not sweet and juicy like us," said the pears. "No one would eat you as a dessert," giggled the bananas. "You belong in a salad, but not a fruit salad," chuckled the peaches. "You're not a fruit." Avocado's insides felt like they were turning to guacamole. "I don't belong with the vegetables or the fruit. There must be somewhere I can feel at home. But where? I'm pretty sure I'm not an herb or a sausage. I know I'm not a tinned pea or a bean." Avocado came to the fish counter with their fins and scales. The fish looked very different, but it was worth a try. "Am I a fish?" "Don't be silly, Avocados. Can't swim," said the fish coldly. "You're not a fish." "But what about the cheeses? Some of them are round like avocado. Some of them had hard skin like on the outside too." "Am I a cheese?" said Avocado. "You're not a cheese. They smell a lot like feet," thought Avocado. "I'm rather glad I'm not a cheese." "Maybe I'm an..." "Nope." Avocado was more confused than ever. "I'm not a fruit, a vegetable, a fish, a cheese, an egg. So what am I?" Far from the fruit and vegetable section, Avocado was feeling lost and lonely, and that was when Avocado heard, "Hey!" "Cheer up, amigo," said Tomato. "So you don't know what you are. So what? Don't stew in your own juices. I'm a fruit, but no one believes me, and I don't care. Because I'm tasty, hot, or cold. I make splendid salads and superb soup. People love me on pizza and adore me with pasta, and they can't get enough of my ketchup. And you, Avocado, you're the star of any salad. You're terrific on toast and tremendous in tacos. You're scrumptious in sushi, and your guacamole is so delicious the other fruit and vegetables go green with envy." "Who cares what we are? We're simply amazing," said Tomato. It was true. They could just be themselves, and that was enough. Suddenly, Avocado did not feel lost and lonely anymore. And that was when they heard, "Excuse me, what tree? Fruit or nut? Am I a weed? Am I a spice? Fruit or vegetable? Spoon or fork? And the mushroom says, fruit or veg? The end.
Hello. At this time, we have an opportunity to share our joys and concerns with each other. We invite you to share your ups and downs as you desire. You can come to the front and drop a stone for any joy or concern, shared or confidential, expressed or held in your heart. As you drop your stone, may you experience the spreading of love and support. If you filled out the yellow card, you can bring it to me. On the card, please indicate whether your comment is confidential or to be shared. If you need to stay where you are, feel free to raise the card so someone can get it and bring it up here. If you're attending virtually, you may write your joys and concerns in the comments. Those comments will be public and shared. Please come up and drop your stones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Stephen. We drop a stone for joys and concerns not spoken, and we drop another for joys and concerns we will experience in the coming week. Let us have a moment of silence as we hold all these joys and concerns in our hearts. And now it's time for our offering. The important work of this fellowship is possible because of generous contributions of time, energy, and money. Every contribution of every size is helpful and appreciated. As we pass the offering baskets, we invite you to share financially. If you prefer, you may give online at uufayetteville.org or mail checks to our office. And I believe you can also now give on the Realm app. Will the ushers please come forward?
I should have mentioned in the welcome, we do have a staff to nursery downstairs in case you need it. In case children need it. We don't have toys for the rest of you. This is an interesting time of year. In addition to doing this, I'm also a professor, and so it's a time of year that a lot of people take exams, and others of us grade them and catch up on grading that we should have done a few days ago, at least if you're like me. It's a busy time, and it was even busier for me the last couple of weeks for other things happening in my life. It's a time of exams, final exams. And this morning, I want us to think about exams in terms of life, not academics, but exams in general life. And these are ongoing, kind of ongoing checkups. And so I used the term, the word midterm in the title this morning, midterm exam of life, because final exam of life seems a bit morbid. So I thought midterms, and then later I was thinking, well, what I'm really talking about is more like a quiz. It's more frequent. Whatever term you want to use. Whenever we have an exam in academics, we study for it, hopefully. And I remember when I was in high school, I had a big chemistry exam, and I was very concerned about it, and I wanted to do well. And so I had taken a lot of notes, and I had prepared my study guide, and I had gone over it many times, and then I recorded myself reading that study guide. This tells you how long ago it was. I recorded myself on a cassette tape. And then I played that. I recorded it multiple times, as much as I could on that tape, and then I played it as I slept. So I studied until I needed to go to sleep, and then even when I was sleeping, I was still studying. It was getting into my head, my subconscious. I don't remember how well I did on the test. I guess I did okay. But you don't have to study in that way. There are many ways of studying, and there are many things to study in life, things that are really good to study and helpful to study. And study has been a tool of spiritual growth for a long time in various traditions. In fact, the 19th century Unitarian minister Ralph Waldo Emerson said that the key to every person is their thought. And Quaker Richard Foster says that what we pay careful attention to can shape how we think. Studying can be helpful. Studying various things. But what should we study? For our own growth, what should we study? Emerson advised us to study all sorts of things. Sacred books from various religious traditions, other writings of philosophy and spirituality, science and history, poetry and drama, and more. When I was a child, sometimes I would get in trouble. I'm sure you can't believe that. And depending on the situation, I was sometimes required to memorize a short passage of Scripture from the Greek New Testament. I didn't have to memorize it in Greek at that time. It was from an English translation, and it says, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about such things. Because what we pay special attention to can shape how we think, how we act, how we live, how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. So there are so many things that we can study, so many things that can be helpful to study. And one thing that we can study for our growth is self. We can study ourselves. And self-examination has also been a helpful practice of personal growth for a long time, at least since ancient Greece, where a common saying was, know yourself. And Confucius advised people to examine the heart. And we live in kind of a fast-paced world, and it's a context where we aren't really encouraged to do much introspection. There's so many other things that can claim our attention. We don't tend to spend a lot of time sitting and thinking about what's going on inside. But it can be helpful. And a lot of people who do know about this practice of self-examination know it from the Catholic spirituality of St. Francis. But it's not just a Catholic thing. And it's not just a Christian thing. This week I talked with UU minister Jan Nielsen, who's not very far away. She said that self-examination is a practice that can benefit all of us who try to live in alignment with our values. So it's something that has been helpful for a long time in a lot of different traditions, including Unitarian Universalism. It's anchored in some historical Unitarian thought. But now, how do we do it? How do we do this practice of self-examination? And there are a lot of different ways from a lot of different traditions, a lot of variations. Here's one way. And you can come up with your own way. Here's one way for you. Have a conversation with you each day. Now, that may seem kind of weird to talk to yourself, but it's helpful. Jules, I saw you talking to yourself just then. Right. It's not weird at all. So each day, have a conversation with yourself about the day. Reflect on your day and ask and answer 3 questions. You can write the answers in a journal. That can be very helpful, or you can just answer in your head if you prefer that. Here are the questions. How did I act in alignment with my values today? How did I fail to do so? And how can I improve tomorrow? Very simple. How did I live in alignment with my values? How did I not do so? And how can I improve? And this isn't designed for you to beat yourself up or scold yourself. It's just a way for us to be real with ourselves in a way that can lead to growth and improvement. And we're going to make mistakes. We're not always going to live the way we want to live. We're not always going to live in alignment with our values. And if we reflect on that and we pay attention to that, then we can actually benefit from it and learn from it and grow. But if we just ignore it, then we don't, right? And this can be very helpful for individuals. It also can help organizations. Businesses, nonprofits, whatever kinds of organizations, this can be very helpful. Are we doing what we have set out to do? Are we doing things in alignment with what we profess to be our values? And this practice can help this organization, the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Fayetteville. We've had a lot of recent discussions about what we should do in the coming months and years. And if we want to be a healthy, responsible, and ethical organization, those decisions must be guided by self-examination based on our shared values. Nothing else should guide those conversations. Long-term stability is important, and financial health is important, but they're not as important as our values, our principles, making sure that we are constantly becoming who we say we want to be, intentionally acting to accept, embrace, and empower all of us, especially those of us marginalized by society because of race or gender or money or sexuality or mental health or something else. At a time such as this, when countless legal bills repeatedly strive to legitimize hatred and harm and to threaten lives in this room, we must talk about it. And we must talk about it repeatedly and frequently Not to do so is to pick a side. Which side of history will we be on? I'm hoping that this is a message of encouragement for us. I'm hoping that it challenges us to growth. And this is a fantastic group. I love being part of this group because you embrace me and because I can say stuff like this. This is where I am, and I'm happy to be here. But this practice of self-examination for individuals and organizations can be difficult. Sometimes we don't want to do it. It's hard. Goodness, we don't like it when other people challenge us. We certainly don't want to challenge ourselves, right? Why put ourselves through that? It can be hard, but it can be helpful for our growth and our improvement. A recent Taylor Swift song. You didn't know our sources were that broad, did you? But yes, a recent Taylor Swift song says, "I'll stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror." But sometimes we need to stare in the mirror, look at ourselves, examine ourselves. And if we do some version of this self-examination, if we study ourselves, our own shortcomings and successes, then we can grow into the best possible versions of ourselves, becoming more and more in line with what we deem most important. May it be so.
So say we all. All right. So this hymn is "When Our Heart is in a Holy Place." It is number 1008 in the teal hymnal, this little one. Okay. And so we're all going to sing together. So if you will rise as you're willing and able in body or spirit, let's sing together this really awesome song. I would encourage you to think about not a directive, but a dwelling place. This is not saying we must do things to create the holy, but when we do these things, it is necessarily holy. Okay. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust
We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of the community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
And I believe we now have closing words.
Well, I'm so glad that you chose to be here this morning, and I hope that this time together has helped you to think about how to improve your life, to be better for yourself and the people around you. Just taking a moment once in a while to study ourselves and seriously think about where we are and where we're going. And how well we are living in alignment with what we profess to hold dear can help us. May it bless you this week and in the weeks to come. Now, as we enjoy this postlude, feel free to move around, talk, get some coffee, snacks, whatever. Thanks. Yes.
Don't forget to come back quickly. I don't think I'm on.
Joanna says, come back quickly. Oh, wow, welcome. Okay, wow. Thank you. What brings you to Northwest Arkansas? I like your earring.
Yes, of course.
Thanks.
That was an important word.
Thank you.
Thank you for your courage.
Did I do it okay? I wanted to do it in a way that was helpful and not and respectful.